Hello guys, I am Bharath Prakash. Plastics. Plastics are like God now. One, they are omnipresent. Two, we cannot imagine a life without plastics. In our day-to-day life, we use plastics in so many ways. Spoons, lunch boxes, water bottles, plates, plastic bags, and so many other things. There are so many types of plastics which we are supposed to use and which we are supposed to avoid. And also there are a few mechanisms through which the plastic is directly ingested into our body. Come, let's find out how. Every plastic bottle or container has a symbol underneath it. It's a triangular symbol, a recycling symbol with a number from 1 to 7 within it. These numbers actually depict the type of plastic which is used based upon the chemical that is used to manufacture the plastic, and 2, how biodegradable they are. The most commonly used type of plastic is PET, also known as PET bottles, PET containers. It is known as polyethylene terephthalate. This is the most commonly used plastic. This polyethylene terephthalate has number 1 inside the recycling symbol, and it is the one in which we use our foods and drinks and soft drinks like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and most of our water bottles and other containers has this polyethylene terephthalate. But then we have a few problems along with this PET bottles. One is that they are all single-use plastics. That is, they are supposed to be used and thrown, and they are not supposed to be used again. So in case if you are using any PET bottles or PET containers, you are not supposed to use again. But then in many of our households, if you see, we just wash these bottles again and then keep using it as a water bottle, or fill the water and keep it in our fridge, or use it as containers to store other kitchen items. But then this is not supposed to be done. Second thing is that these things are not supposed to be heated. Anything hot, a hot liquid, hot water, or a hot food, or suppose these are not supposed to be put inside these containers, because these let the containers to leach harmful toxic chemicals which might mix with your food or any other liquid or water that you have used inside these bottles. In order to find out how plastic gets inside our body, we'll just take reference of two research findings, one that was done in India, two that was done in Austria, Europe. The first study was commissioned by a top health ministry body called as Drugs Technical Advisory Board, and the research was conducted by a Kolkata based All India Institute of Hygiene and Public Health. The research found out that 5 major soft drink companies in India, that is Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Sprite, 7-Up and Mountain Dew, all these had 5 harmful toxic chemicals in their containers. Since these bottles would not have been transported properly in a normal temperature, or they would not have been stored properly in room temperature, these kind of leaching of very harmful and toxic chemicals would have been possible. The chemicals that were found actually are antimony, lead, cadmium, chromium, and DEHP. DEHP is diethylhexyl phthalate. All these are harmful and toxic chemicals. Even the World Health Organization has reported that all these are very harmful chemicals which could affect you in a very bad way. For example, lead poisoning can lead to very serious health consequences in children, particularly in their brain and nerve system, leading to coma and also to death. Sometimes it might even lead to mental retardation and also to behavioral disorders. Similarly, with cadmium poisoning, it can also lead to respiratory system related effects, and then it is a potential human carcinogen. Carcinogen means it is a potential cancer causing agent. It was also found that many medicines and medical containers in India were PET bottles, and all the medicines that had been stored inside these PET bottles had these kind of harmful chemicals leached in them, either because of not properly storing them in room temperature or due to excessive heat that they would have been exposed to. After these findings, it was put up in the draft rules that these kind of medicines should not be packed inside the PET bottles, and they were completely prohibited for use by children, women, and the elderly people. The second research that we take into reference is by the Medical University of Vienna. Here many different people of different countries were taken into the research, and all they had to do is record whatever they eat and whatever they drink for a period of 1 week. And after the research, their stools were examined, and it was found that all of them had plastics in their stools, and that too 9 different types of plastics, which means that they have been ingesting plastic into their body, and that is why their stools contained plastic. It was later found out that all these people were using a plastic water bottle to drink water, and also a plastic container to eat whenever they had food. It was through these things that the plastic had gone inside their body. So it has been already known that when plastics are not stored in a proper temperature, that is room temperature, leaching of certain harmful and toxic chemicals can get into your water or drink or any other food item that is stored. Apart from this, these kind of chemicals which reach into your body can lead to skin infection, genetic defects, birth defects, and also early puberty and also hyperactivity. Also, it is known that PET, your PET bottles, are a potential carcinogen, that is cancer causing, and also it also has a chemical called bisphenol A, also known as BPA. This is something which is very harmful to us, and it can lead to hormonal problems. It leads to suppressed immunity and also to infertility. Due to this, BPA has been banned in many of the advanced countries, but not everywhere in the world. So before you use plastics or any plastic container, be sure that your plastic is BPA free. And also there are certain things that you can do in order to avoid getting into these kind of health issues. Say no to single use plastics, that is use and throw plastics. These kind of plastics are available everywhere in the name of straw, water bottle, plastic bags, plastic glass, plates and everything. All these PET, polyethylene terephthalate, or PET bottles, PET containers and plates are all single use plastics, and they are not supposed to be used again. So better say no to all of these. Also do not use water or soda which is stored in a PET bottle or container. Do not store your foods in PET bottles or containers. And in case of microwaves, use a glass container instead of any plastic container. Also, please check if your dress has plastic in them, and also your bedsheet, pillow covers, whatever, because you spend most of your time in your couch or bed, which also leads to these kind of health problems in case if they have plastic in them. Also, you can use dress, pillow covers, bed sheets made of natural fibers. And in case if you want to use containers, then better use glass containers or metal containers. And if you want to use a water bottle, then use bottles like this, which is made of copper, which is very good for health. In case if you like this video, please give it up a thumbs up, and then share with your friends who are hygiene conscious, and please share it with your friends and families who have kids, babies, women and elderly people, so that they will know what to do and what not to do. And if you like the content in this channel, please subscribe to this channel so that it will motivate us to do more good content like this. Thank you.